It's that time for another Forex Trendy update. The last one was 4 weeks ago, so this was June 22nd was the last time I did this. So we're going to start on June 23rd and see what we're looking at in terms of setups and what's triggered in, what's finished, what failed, and just to give a lowdown on the last month with Forex Trend. All right, keep in mind that because I'm looking at price patterns, patterns take a while to evolve. And in a general sense, patterns that form over a longer time horizon are generally better than the ones that form on a 5-minute chart. When you look at Forex, a lot of those smaller time frames, it's just noise. When you get up to the 4-hour dailies and weeklies, now we're talking about things that kind of pique my interest. So we're going to look at nothing on the monthly, as you can see. And this, I've got all pairs checked. All the Forex pairs, silver, oil, and 4-hour daily, weekly, and monthly. Reliability medium, charts 20, it's just how many load up on the screen. Completed patterns per time frame 5. Okay, so this is my standard settings. I don't change them at all, as you know. So the monthly, we have nothing. So let's move on. 2017, nothing. This one, Euro US dollar, came up the day after my last update. So let's take a look what we have here with the Euro US dollar weekly chart. It was a flag on a sell signal, and you can see that it's still chopping around. The entry price was 1669, and you can see it's just chopping around here. Now understand, this is a weekly chart. You have to let these run. You got to give them some room. And the reason why this, even from a price like a pattern, price action look, we had a long consolidation up here. Sorry, I've lost my train of thought here. And then we had a nice momentum breakout to the downside, and right now it's resting at support. When I see a move like this, strong momentum, and it's setting up at support and it's consolidating at support, what I'm not seeing is a rejection of price back up. When I don't see that, this tells me that our bulls are not very strong. Either are our bears, obviously, but we've got all of this down move baked into this consolidation. So if I was in this trade, and I'm not, and let's be straight up, I've said it in my videos many times, I don't take pattern from Forex Trendy. I have my own method of trading. And if you sign up for my free course on my website, atradingplan.com, you can kind of see what I do a little bit. So this is a trade you'd want to make sure you've got a stop in place. Different ways you can place your stop, ATRs. And as you can see, it doesn't give you stops, but it does give you your targets. Okay, so this one you'd still be sitting in. There's April, June. This is right here. Silver. Interesting. It was a sell signal on the daily chart. It was a triangle breakdown, and you can see that price just plummeted here. It was a breakout at 1619, and our first target was 1561, and we certainly got to that. We got to 1518, just shy of our second move here, our second target here. So if you were in this trade, you broke down quite nicely, and you're up over $1 in silver, if you trade silver. So a good setup. It worked out, and that's great. United States dollar against the Swissy 4-hour chart, flag sell signal, a break at 98.80, and this was back on the 25th of June. And where are we here? This is kind of sloppy. Well, again, it is a 4-hour chart, so let's keep that in mind. We're going to find 06. Let's just go in this area here. So we can see what happened here. This one broke out and slammed back against it. And it was a sell signal at 98.80. 98.80. So, it did break back up. And you certainly would not be in this trade. And it's not a trade that you'd want to be sitting in by now. It is completed. Obviously, it did complete. This is not something you'd be in. So this one would have ended up, depending on how you manage your trade, it broke at 98.80, and it did get down to 98.57. So you did have a little bit of wiggle room. Keeping in mind, you are trading a 4-hour chart. Okay, so if you were to take this trade, I don't know how you place your stops. Maybe you use an ATR. That's my favorite. Using an ATR, just a 14-period ATR. You can use 1 ATR, 1.5 ATR, 2 ATR, 3 ATR, and you can also use ATRs for trailing your stop as well. But in this trade here, you're getting some price action that's kind of showing you this is not a trade you want to be into. And here's the thing. Forex Trendy is not a complete trading strategy, and it's certainly not a trading system. It will give you targets, but you have to manage the trade. All right, this is where you start to find out if you can make the grade as a real trader. Yes, I also talk about trading systems, and you see them on my YouTube channel as well. To me, you're not a real trader trading those, quite frankly. You are, I guess, in a way that you're placing trades. But for me, I find this, traders who master this type of trading, who master price action, maybe not even master, but just understand a few variables that are of interest, such as this. When you get a breakout of anything, what you don't want to see too much is this. And when you start seeing hard moves against you, which you do see here, it's not something you want to be concerned about, because price coming back in does not invalidate the breakout. But when it starts rocketing against you, you see we have 3 strong candles in a row. And some of you may have sat on it because you're only down a little bit here. But when you get this consolidation pattern here, that's a big mess I've made here. When you get this consolidation pattern, sorry, wrong one. If you get this consolidation pattern, take 2 there, right here, and you're seeing there's a failure test, I call them, of the lows here, and price rejected back up. If you're still in on when this is happening, then you should really rethink your approach to the markets. We have a rising wedge for the pound Aussie, and this one just kind of went sideways. It's not really, you don't really see these price patterns not playing out. If you look back at the other Forex Trendy videos, we get some really nice moves. Now, I say this one doesn't work out. It does work out. We get down to 1.75. We don't even get first target, all right? But we do get over 300 pips in profit. Now, here it is again. Remember, I did tell you that price going up against you back into consolidation is not a big deal. I'm sorry, back up above a support line or a resistance, whatever. Keep in mind, we did have this level up here of resistance that had rejection. So when price rockets back up in here, you might have sat through this, right? Because it trades back in, not a big deal. Because you do see this up here. So this actually gives you a visual point of where you want to get out of this trade. You kind of know that this trade's not going to work out very cleanly if it's breaking above this, which it doesn't do. All right? That's just using price action and using the structure of the market. Okay? So that's pretty much that. I also like to do this once in a while. You could kind of do the lows in here, and you can see what price does, and you can see actually price does tips off here. But trend lines, like we see here, can be used in so many different ways. You could place stops, yeah. You certainly want to leave a little bit of a buffer zone around, because having price poke out and come back inside, it's not unusual, Markets move. That's how markets move. So if I have a resistance line here and price is coming up to it and it pokes out, and let's say I went short. Wait, let's just do this. Let's say I went short here and price does this and then pops out. This does not necessarily mean this trade is a failure, because what is usually placed up here are stops from people that have gone short. And what else is here are buy stops for people that want to go long on the breakout. All right. So having your stop, up in this area here, up in these areas, as opposed to right above the lines, because this is where you want to be getting into these trades. Because what do we see a lot of? We have these kind of levels. Price will pop up, but it will close below. Okay, it took stops out, so give yourself some buffer room. These trading with tight stops is crazy. This is July 11th. On the Swissy Japanese yen triangle buy signal. Let's see if this one works out, because I don't know. There we go. Now we got a little bit of something happening. So what do we have? We have on the 11th we get this breakout, and again price does come back. But look, again, just because price breaches these areas, this is not the time for traders to start freaking out and thinking the trade's going to fail. Okay. Even just drawing a trend line up here, this kind of makes sense, right? It broke out, pulled back, where it pulled back into here. You've also got areas like this, right? This is previous resistance, perhaps acting as support. That's what happens. So don't freak out when that happens. Price gets up to 113. We don't get to target one, but what do we get? What do we do? What we get is from 112 to 113, so about 100 pips. Again, you want to manage these trades. And how would you manage? Well, you get this move up here. Price slams against you. We consolidate. A simple putting your stop just under here and you get taken out. Okay, just basically a trailing stop, because if you get these consolidations, if it breaks down, yes, it could be going into a complex correction. It could be doing something like this. Sure, it could be, but it could also be doing something like this, right? We don't, why be in a trade when that's going to happen? So this is not, it's not a great time right now, right? It is the summer months. We do get these summer doldrums going on in Forex. And that's just the name of the game. But if you, like I said, if you go back over my other Forex Trendy, it's a no-brainer how excellent Forex Trendy is for traders. I think it's a fabulous product, and it's something I've been making videos about for such a long time, and I'm going to continue to do it, even though this was not the most stellar results we wanted to see, and we have seen. That's just the way things happen. And if this kind of stuff upsets you, where you don't, you get a couple of months where things aren't on fire, then you know what? Close down your computer and go do something else, because this is the name of the game, right? You when those winners are happening, you take as much as you can, and then you suffer when this kind of stuff happens. And just risk management's paramount. So sign up. I think, again, I got nothing bad to say about Forex Trendy. Thanks for watching.